Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I'm Alex Whiteley, and I'm in St Mary's Church at the moment. It's the Halloween Steampunk Spooktacular, and I gotta say, when it comes to steampunk, it's not something I have had a lot to do with. In all honesty, weirdly, but I'm here today. There's lots of stall traders. There's lots of people dressed up in steampunk. Great outfits. There's lots of photographers here. There's people doing showers. There's fire breathers. There's so much going on, and it's wonderful to be a part of. So I'm going to have a wander around and get a few interviews. I've seen a few people I know already, and I'm going to have a good time with it. They're doing a show in the corner, the Cockneys, and they're doing a show where they're dunking Shrewsbury Biscuits, and they keep mentioning Shrewsbury Biscuits, and I'm not wearing any Shrewsbury Biscuit attire today, so I can't be like, I'm the Shrewsbury Biscuit guy, because it makes no sense. But it's going to be fun. I'm going to speak to him later as well. So, yeah, let's do some steampunk spooktacular stuff. So I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast, and today I've never really been involved with steampunk before.
Okay.
It's the first time I've come to an event.
Yeah.
You're the first person I've asked.
Right.
Can you explain to my listeners what is steampunk?
Okay, we've got to be honest with you. This is our first visit.
Nice, okay.
It's our first visit. So it's Derek and Lynn. We're from Telford.
Nice.
And we've seen a few people dressed up at events. And Derek came to the one here earlier in the year.
Yes.
And we thought, right.
We'll dress up and go along.
So that's what
It seems like a nice community. The outfits are just phenomenal.
Some amazing, aren't they? And Derek put a photo of his first piece. Obviously, it's the first lot. And how many likes have you got so
got
far?
about 100 likes on Facebook.
Wonderful.
And sort of quite out,
You remind me of the hunter from Jumanji.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, some have said I need the
I can't remember what it's called.
Sam Brown belt.
A Sam Brown belt. So
which sort
goes
of
round.
colonial look.
Yeah.
so good.
So do you want to explain your outfit as well? And this is an audio podcast. I'll put the picture of you on the Instagram. But
It's a saloon girl come.
It's a sort of crossover
Over.
costume. There's a lot of steampunk stuff tends to be. Sort of easily fits into several genres.
Yeah.
is this something that you can just throw bits together? Where if you find oddities at a charity shop or
£6.50 Marks and Spencer's jacket out of a charity shop.
Like it. Love it.
£3 out of a charity shop.
Yes.
Borrowed. Bought offline.
Okay. The leather corset dress has kind of got to
It's
get
two parts.
speciality.
So it's like, and then there's a tie bodice at the back.
I saw a guy dressed as a cyborg. You got like a metallic
yes.
guy. I want to get a picture of him.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
There's another one. He's got his arm all gunned up, which is fantastic.
What's the idea behind steampunk? Is it just an imaginary? I mean, is it an old thing? Is it a new thing? I mean,
It's been round in one form or another probably since the 50s or 60s. People like Mike Moorcock, sci-fi books from the mid-70s featured a sort of lot of steampunk.
Yeah.
It's basically a sort of Victorian era timeline where they didn't really develop into electricity as much.
so like how you imagine H.G. Wells would have imagined.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
world.
very much H.G. Wells, with mechanical rather than electrical.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
We bought lots of little cogs and we were going to put them around the hats and didn't have time in the end. And I lost my feathers this morning. Got out of the car. I had a beautiful ostrich feather and some pheasant feathers. They were absolutely gorgeous.
It's really windy outside.
Yeah. Got out the car.
Welcome to autumn.
They're in the river somewhere.
Yeah, they are.
Are there any sort of rules to steampunk, or can you go?
I'm not.
Just because I think it's just
Courteous.
generous, courteous, friendly.
Don't turn up as Jean-Luc Picard.
Well, I don't think anybody would
Actually,
bother if you did, but it's just.
we've actually seen what are those? The stormtroopers. We've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
some
yeah,
of the
Star Wars.
stormtroopers.
Yeah.
We've seen.
Steampunk Stormtrooper sounds quite cool, actually.
It was quite interesting. We've seen an array of different things. Go online and search it.
Okay.
So it's brilliant. And the Shrewsbury lots were, Yeah, I went on and it was lovely. All the
Wonderful.
costumes are gorgeous.
Well, I'm going to go find some more. I don't want to call you guys cosplayers because I don't know. That sounds like not a derogatory term.
No,
but like
no.
No,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? I'm going to go find some more people that have made the effort today. And that's the best way to put it. But thank you for chatting to me today.
Yeah,
and hope you have a
thank you
great
very
rest of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thank you.
Oh, they were really, really nice. I really like chatting to them. I feel bad that I haven't brought Alex with me because Alex would have loved this. I'm sure he's got something in his wardrobe that we could have dressed up as. But let's go find somebody else to speak to. I want to find someone younger. There's some young people in front of me. I want to find out about them. Right, so I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Oh, I'm Brennan Langley.
I'm Jack Drouin.
And we're at the Steampunk Spooktacular in St Mary's. Would you explain your outfits?
Oh, it's like a steampunk cowboy outfit, like with a gun holster and a bottle canister.
Have you made any of this yourself? Or-
Yes, this is all homemade DIY with like glue and bubble wrap and tape.
It's wonderful. It really is cool. So how long did this... So the gun is... it looks amazing. It looks metallic. It's plastic. It
Yeah.
looks amazing. How long did that take to make?
It took like weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks, and maybe a month.
Wow. And you want to talk us through your...
I'm just as a mad scientist. I've just got an old lab coat that we have and bought some goggles off a random stall that I think we use radiator goggles, but they affect the vibe very much. PVC gloves from just B&Q.
Yeah? The gauntlet?
A gauntlet was created by a friend as part of a cosplay thing. I'm just borrowing it. I don't know exactly how it's made. It's made of leather.
Kind of goes with the theme, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It absolutely goes with the theme. I was trying to think of costume ideas and thought, yeah, that thing that he made, and I've asked him, he went, yeah, I'm not using it at the moment. You want to borrow it?
Kind of look like a cyborg scientist?
Yeah, kind of, yes.
And when it comes to steampunk, obviously I've spoken to people from all kinds of generations. You guys get young. Is this something that you've always been into, or how long have you enjoyed steampunk?
I've enjoyed steampunk. The theme, of course, the steampunk theme has always been interesting to me, as I do engineering at school, personally.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've always enjoyed doing engineering stuff, and steampunk is, of course, just like one of the most important engineering parts, because it had so much technology that innovated most of everything.
Wonderful. And you, I mean...
I'd say I've been interested in steampunk since I was a kid, with the Professor Brainstorm books. I don't know if you've read them. But the endless moving parts and cogs and gears is a lovely concept, because it's this complicated machinery designed to achieve one task. I'm not an engineer myself, I'm a good scientist, but it reminds me of steampunk in the concept of a very, very complex machine to solve something that can be quite trivial sometimes.
And your imagination can go wild with it. You can do all sorts of funny...
It's a very, very broad genre, which is excellent because it means you can fit in stuff if you like designing costumes, or if you like designing machines, you can still go for steampunk, just with a different twist, if you like.
Now you guys are younger, so you're part of like the Comic-Con era, like myself. You know, I'm a millennial, been there. Is there any rules that you have to follow specifically for steampunk that you can't really get away with? You know, because you can't just cosplay, can you? It's got to be steampunk, isn't it?
There's a limit to the technology you can use. I'd say you shouldn't really have heads-up displays, lights, that kind of stuff. It's more...
Like screens.
Yeah, no, it's more metal and brass.
Chains.
Yes, absolutely.
Cogs.
Plasticky can be a bit off with the costume, because metal's always been steampunk. What else is steampunk? Goggles, of course, is always steampunk, because technology at that time was needing of goggles.
Welding
goggles,
technology,
yeah.
I think blue is probably a banned colour. There's certain colours that you can't use. You shouldn't really use blue. You shouldn't use anything too bright. You know, I wouldn't expect someone to see someone in bright orange, for example, at a steampunk fair.
Lots of black, lots of chrome.
Black, chrome, bronze, like those kinds of colours. But other than that, you can't really deviate.
Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today, guys. And I hope you have a great day. And I've learned a lot from you guys talking about steampunk, and your costumes look great. Really
Thank you very,
Thank you very much. Cheers. Well, that was really nice. Because there's people of all kinds of generations here, and those kids were really young. In fact, I've had to give out business cards to make sure I get permission to use their voices, because we do things professionally here. So yeah, it's nice to see people from different generations, but we're going to keep finding more people to speak to. This is fascinating. I'm learning new things, especially the rules of steampunk. So I just bumped into my good friend Phil Gillam. How are you? You good?
I'm very well, Alex. How are you?
And Phil was just saying, you've interviewed me far too many times on the Shrewsbury Biscuit, but you know what? It's a community thing, and I love bumping into my old friends, so it's nice to see you.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Very kind. What a beautiful venue this is. It really is an astonishing building, isn't it, St Mary's? Gorgeous.
It really is. And you're here today selling books, selling the Shrewsbury Review.
Yeah.
Well, you know, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going very well, actually. Yeah, it's going very well. And I've had some wonderful conversations with people, some local, some that have come from far afield. And I think they're all stunned by the event. They're not necessarily all of them into steampunk, you know.
No.
People have just drifted in off the street thinking, what on earth is all this about? And not knowing much about steampunk, but they'll wander through, they'll thoroughly enjoy it. There's some incredible characters here in fantastic costumes. And yeah, it's going very well. It's got a real nice atmosphere.
It's nice to see, like, I've just interviewed a couple of kids here, and some an older couple as well. You know, there's lots of people from different generations taking part. It's really nice to see.
I love that. I was telling someone earlier that years ago I went to a Star Trek convention. I love Star Trek, but I wouldn't get dressed up for it. But I went there as a journalist to report on it, and I was astonished to see all these Klingons. There was a mummy Klingon, daddy Klingon, baby Klingons, you know, and the costumes and the trouble that people went to. And this is very similar. You see guys and gals and even children, you know, dressed up, and some of them you think, you know, it must have cost a fortune to put that costume together, and others have just gone to a charity shop and bought bits and pieces and made it themselves, and it's fantastic.
Well, the one kid I just spoke to built it all himself with glue guns, and he got like a water pistol thing, and he turned it into a steampunk ray gun. It was fantastic.
A water pistol? Can you still get water pistols?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, the super soakers and Nerf guns you can buy now. But yeah, we did the Battle of Shrewsbury earlier in the year, and Alex Westwood, who follows me now, follows me. He helps me out an awful lot. Yeah. He turned up as David Tennant's Doctor Who. To a medieval reenactment. He was like historically accurate. So I mean, I can't argue with him.
Well, if he's Doctor Who, he's a time traveller.
Exactly. Yeah.
He just arrived in 1403.
It's a giant bird.
Yeah, that's slightly worrying. Yeah, some of the creatures around here are a little bit scary.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for chatting to me, Phil.
Cheers, Alex.
I'm going to go eye up this bird. I'm not being misogynistic. There's literally a 9-foot bird in front of me. Well, 8-foot bird. Thank you for chatting to me.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Being here.
I like the echo. So I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is St John LaFox. I am a fire breather, and I'm also a tea-dueling host here at Shrewsbury Steampunk Spooktacular.
It's really funny because usually I wear a nice t-shirt saying the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast, right? But I was at an event last night, so I'm not wearing it. And you guys talk about Shrewsbury Biscuits because you're using Shrewsbury Biscuits in the tea dueling. And I'm like, who's talking about me? What's going on? What's going on here? And it's been fantastic. So what is a tea duel? Can you explain that to me?
A tea duel is basically biscuit dunking with a competitive edge. The competitive edge is after you've dunked your biscuit, you play chicken with your opponent as to who bites the biscuit first. It gets messy.
Yeah, it really does. You gather quite a crowd. People are really enjoying it. How it's the steampunk thing and the fire breathing thing that goes together. Is that something that's always gone like sort of married together for you?
Well, for me, that was just another part of me just enjoying my life as I am. As a fire breather, it was just an offshoot from what I was doing down in London, enjoying nights out in cabaret places, meeting exciting people who are all kind of circus freaks or acrobats or something amazing. It was, what's the easiest skill I can learn? Fire breathing. It's a bit dangerous, but yeah, I can do that.
And you're a nicely bearded gentleman. I've just had to shave mine off because it was green. We did a charity event. I was like, I can't do with the green anymore, so I had to shave it off. How many times have you set your beard on fire?
This morning, 3. It was more luscious than this at the start of the day. It's a bit too bushy, really, on a windy day to be doing fire breathing with a beard. but you can do it.
If you're careful. Are you local? Where have you come from?
I've travelled from Nottingham today.
Oh, right, okay.
So we've got people from all over. There's some people from even further afield than that. I think I saw a couple from Leeds earlier.
Wow.
And we've had an Australian won our tea-dueling championship prize. So
wow.
people from everywhere, really.
Bringing people in.
I don't feel they travelled all the way from Australia
Just for this.
But having them here made it even better.
It's nice that we've got people from all around the country coming to this. I mean, I love coming to events here at St Mary's in particular. It's a great place for bringing the community in. And as a venue for something like this, what are your thoughts on it? You enjoy it?
It's a spectacular venue, and for someone who doesn't get a chance to use a microphone, having somewhere you can project your voice loudly is very useful.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be a nightmare in a place like this with something like that. It's great though, isn't it? You don't need, it's natural. And it's when you come to a steampunk thing, you see so many people dressed up in these wonderful outfits. Is it some way where you can really just let loose and be you, or be a version of yourself that you can amplify?
It certainly is. Most people come to the steampunk thing for the aesthetic. The aesthetic is kind of a mock Victorian look, and then it's just adding the sci-fi elements and everything else to make it whatever you fancy. There's an awful lot of pirates in steampunk, which is excellent, because pirates are cool.
Yeah, they are cool. They are very good. But yeah, this is because this is the first sort of steampunk thing I've come to, and someone said H.G. Wells. I was like, aha, H.G. Wells. That kind of makes sense to me.
Yep.
That kind of old sci-fi look. So what do you do with your show then? Do you take it up and down the country? Is there somewhere where you're stationed, or?
Well, I kind of go where people will put up with me, because being a barker just means that I shout at people for most of the time. I get to work at festivals and things shouting at people. Working at Glowworm Festival this summer, shouting at other people's children for a change, getting paid for it was very nice. But yes, there's steampunk events all over the country, all over Europe, all over the world. They pop up where they pop up. Some of them are huge, some of them like this one. It's a nice friendly get-together, an excuse to buy exciting trinkets.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today, and I hope you stay safe and you don't bite the biscuit. Hey!
Hey!
Have a great day. Thank you so much.
You too.
You too. Have you thought of advertising on the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast? It's a great way to organically tell people about your business. Our listener base is growing all the time. At the moment, we are averaging around 1,500 downloads a month, which is a great number. We have a great mix in demographic, and most of our listeners are in and around Shropshire. We are a community interest company, so any money that we make goes straight back into the show. We want to help local independent businesses, so we don't charge an awful lot. If you would like to advertise on my show, please get in contact with me. My email is shrewsburybiscuitpodcast@gmail.com, or message us on Facebook or Instagram. Advertise on the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast and be heard. So I bumped into a good friend, Reverend Tom from the Abbey, who's not there anymore, but moved on to grander pastures, I guess. You're here today. You enjoying it?
This is absolutely fantastic. It's a great opportunity to get dressed up and go out.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen so many wonderful costumes and people from varying ages and demographics, and you're dressed up beautifully today. Can you explain your outfit for me today, sir? Who are you wearing, darling? Who are you wearing?
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you very much. I'm actually wearing what I'd wear to work with a couple of accessories. So, I've done steampunk years and years ago, so stick some goggles on my head, get a fantastic walking cane from a charity shop, and the rest thanks to Joe Brown's and my work uniform, ready to go. Feels fantastic.
It is, and it's a collection of things that you can just... I mean, I was speaking to a couple earlier, and they're saying, you find something at a charity shop that looks cool to go with steampunk, grab that. Things you find, oddities you find in the wardrobe, grab that.
It's been brilliant. I mean, there's been a lot of criticism of fast fashion, and I think probably dress up one occasion every couple of years fashion might be under that market. So actually being able to reuse what you've got, feel fantastic wearing it, and find other uses for it in the future, absolutely brilliant.
Do you think events like this can be quite liberating for people?
I think so. Absolutely. We can often be very self-conscious about how we look and how other people respond to us. An opportunity to come and everyone is dressed differently. Wonderful thing to be.
Thank you for chatting with me today. It's lovely to see you as well.
It's a pleasure seeing you.
I'll see you
Take
soon.
care.
Right, so I found the organiser, Claire. How are you? You good?
I'm good, yes, thank you. Had a really exciting day today.
Yeah, it's busy.
Really, really busy. I think I'm probably our best chat, don't you think? Yeah.
Yeah, this is my first steampunk event I've ever been to, right? And it's blown me away.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. I mean, I've been going around for the last hour or so getting interviews, and I've genuinely been speaking to people from all generations
I
today.
know, that's it. Well, it appeals to everybody, really. As you'll see, there's lots of children,
Yes.
lots of families, lots of couples. It just appeals to everybody, the young and the not so young, really. It's just a really good family fun day out.
How did you step into the world of steampunk? How did it grab you?
Well, it all started because my partner is a photographer and he specialises in industrial heritage photography. And he started trading at steampunk events. Obviously, it takes a lot of photographs of steam trains and associated subjects.
Lots of wheels and cogs and stuff.
Yeah, so it kind of developed from there, really. I went along to one of the events he was trading at, and that was it then. I thought, right, I think we'll do some steampunk events as well. So that's where it all started.
And did it take a while to kick in, or was it a success quite quickly?
It was quite, I think because Shrewsbury is such a central part of the country, it's easy accessible for everybody. And as you'll find as you've been talking to people today, they all travel around from all the different events all over the UK.
I was chatting to your fire breather, and he's like, there was somebody from Leeds, there's somebody from here, so there are people,
I've had somebody from Australia as well. You can't get much further than that, can you? I'm sure they haven't come just purely for the event, but, they've still dressed up, they've still come along and enjoyed themselves. So
it's nice to see a mix of people. There's a mix of people there's obviously great people that have dressed up, made the effort, come here specifically for this, but there's people coming in off the streets as well and being like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah, exactly. There's an awful lot of steampunk curious. In the first few years when we did it, we found that a lot of people were hiding behind the hedge at the front because they weren't quite sure what was going on. But now they come in and they just enjoy it. They're quite often they'll get themselves kitted out with even just a hat or a pair of goggles or something. It's good fun.
It's been really nice, and I'm sorry we never got to do a preview interview before. I mean, with Pod Aid planning, it was just it looks like you didn't need it. You didn't need it. There's so many people here.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's been
need my help.
great.
You did it by yourself.
Well, I don't know about that.
So how many people are sort of involved in planning this? Is there lots of people organising it, or is it just you?
Just me.
Just you. Well done.
Just me and Tim.
You made this. Well done.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
Yeah. We do other events as well, so we have got quite a lot of experience in doing them. It's a lot of hard work, but I think it's paid off today.
What other events have you been? Are you part of them? What have you been making?
We do artisan events, so we've got Christmas events coming up.
Nice.
We've got 2 coming up very soon, actually, here at St Mary's, 5th and the 12th. Those are Christmas artisan events, but we also do model railway shows as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be doing one next year. We're not sure when yet, but April probably.
Well, as soon as we weren't able to get together to sort of preview this because of my shoddy organisation skills, maybe we should get together, have a coffee, and have a social chat. I'll bring a proper mixer with some proper microphones.
Okay, yeah.
And we can sit and eat cake and talk about what you're planning.
Yeah,
that'd be right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me today.
Right.
Thank you for making people smile. And
thank you. Thank you very much.
Cheers. I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
Hi there.
Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Sam Deacon. I'm an artist who does steampunk artwork, so I'm here.
Now, I always butcher his name. I'm a big fan of H.R. Geiger. Geiger. I see a lot of similarities to fine pencil work in what you do. I mean, it's incorporating nature with robotics.
Steampunk. Yeah, well, I like taking mechanical stuff, turning it organic or vice versa, so just playing around with the forms and stuff. But I've always wanted to draw some Geiger, but it would just be copying an alien and sticking gears on, so
of course.
have to do my own.
Has this always been your kind of niche? Is this something you've always done, the steampunk thing?
So I started drawing about 3 years ago. And
wow, so...
Yes, just from scratch, the YouTube, stuff like that. My dad was an artist for 50 years, so I think it just sort of rubbed off, I guess.
That's fantastic. I mean, the reason why I was so shocked then is because the work you've done looks like you've been doing this for your whole life.
No, I do it. It's like a hobby in the evening sort of thing, just... But in the first year when I was learning to draw, it was just like copying other artists, just doing YouTube tutorials, all this sort of stuff, just to learn it. And then about a year and a half ago, I started doing the steampunk stuff, and as soon as I did the rabbit, that's it. It took off. America, loads of commissions to America, Australia, Canada, all over the place. Yeah, like more commissions I could ever do, sort of thing.
That's amazing.
I still work full time just in the factory, so it's just a hobby. So
yeah, but I mean, it's nice to because I'm
very rewarding.
Are you local?
Hereford, so about an hour away.
About an hour away. I love getting inside the head. I've been doing the Shrewsbury Biscuit for about 4 years, coming up 4 years now. And we speak to a lot of artists and a lot of authors, and there's nothing better. I mean, I've just done a 2-day art fair where I spent 2 days getting up and walking around inside the heads of artists. Wondering how they tick and this sort of thing, you know. And when you look at what you do with steampunk, the process there, I mean, that's phenomenal. I mean, what goes into that? You know, how do you take a dog and decide I'm going to put wheels here, I'm going to turn this into this, how does that work?
So I think like a lot of inspiration from stuff like reading like Terry Pratchett, Douglas Adams.
I was going to say Discworld.
So it's not taking things too seriously. So I like to draw an animal. I like to get the proportions exactly right. Like I'll look at anatomy charts, like where the pelvis goes, stuff like that, the spine and the rib cage and all that. So I'll get it right, and then I'll say, right, what can I change? What can I take away? What can I add? Just to play with it, just to have fun.
Do you do your work digitally, or is it pencil work?
It's all pencil. I don't touch digital. I'm a bit of a caveman like that, but I just like to me and the pencil and the paper.
I know there's a lot of true artists that enjoy the pencil and the feel of the paper and stuff. I also know artists that do digital work as well. I mean, you know, I can't do an inch of what you do there. That's fantastic what you do. And so you've been getting lots of commissions from. How have you been doing today in Shrewsbury? You've been selling quite a bit.
Yeah, a lot of prints. Yeah, I prefer to sell it a bit cheaper in person, just because everything's online. So when I see people in person, I like to, you know, bit of a deal, just a better, just I like dealing with actual real people, sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's people there of steampunk that's probably spent so much money on their outfits. But we do a bit of a break from
exactly, yeah.
Do you like to steampunk up and now and again?
Yeah. Well, it's hard because when you pay for an event, you got to pay for the parking, all the rest of it, and it's just like on top of that, you got to find money for an outfit, and then if you have a new outfit, then you've spent more than you've earned, sort of thing. So it's a tough one, but to do it right. But.
Well, I think you're great, and your work is amazing. And just to, I know this is audio only. But I think what we'll do is we'll find out where you are. Are you online so people can have a look? Because it does need to be seen.
Yeah, just search for Sam Deacon Art. So it's SAMDEACON Art. All over Facebook, Instagram, Etsy.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Take a look, folks, because his work is fantastic. It's what drew me to you to speak to you, Sam. So
thank you.
Thank you for chatting to me today.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Right now I am stood on the parapet? The pulpit? The pulpit, high up, and I can see the whole event before me. And there's a bar just in front of the Jesse window, and then to the side of that there's a stage with the tea dueling that we talked about earlier. Lots of stalls in front of me. Lots of people selling nice outfits, paintings, jewellery, and there is genuinely lots and lots of people here. So it's been a success, and it's been nice to see. So. I think I'm going to maybe end it now, but I'm going to stay and get a few pictures. But thank you so much to Claire for inviting me today. It's been really, really nice. I know it's a free event, but still, I wouldn't have come here otherwise and witnessed this for myself. So thanks for the heads up, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.